Their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Back to it after the pick six. Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
That's out to the left and complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
At the 40-yard line.
Play fake. Here's Love. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Love to the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Off the play fake, Love. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th.
Incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Browns drive about to get started. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Quick throw, and Mayfield completes it. It's a gain of 5. And just like that, it's 3rd down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
It's a gain of 4 there and gives them a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
And the Browns first down.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved.
It's supposed to be awkward. If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters, as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He'll buy some time right. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Mayfield off the play fake. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
I haven't met a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll try it now with Mostert going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now a 2nd down throw for Love here. Sliding out of the pocket. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
He'll get 3 up to midfield. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. On the move to his left. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Love. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Mayfield on play action. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
17 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now.
Early on the tackle. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
First down, Browns.
A quick throw caught by Godwin. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Second and 7. To throw, Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Mayfield. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He's letting this one go for Fuller. That's caught inside the 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey, 4 down. 4 down. Check 9. 38.
To throw now. Here's Love. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
4th down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
36. Switch.
They'll run for it with Hines. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 19-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. Steps away to his left. And this is incomplete.
On the keeper.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We go 25 to Mike. Be a long day for you.
Now Love. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
3-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing, Mayfield, rolling to his right. He'll run it. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Now a timeout.
First down, Cleveland.
7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 54 yards away. Seibert's kick is good. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Love now. He's letting this one go for Fuller, and that is incomplete. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Play action this time with Love. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he will not get all the way home, but he will. Line.
They'll take over.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns.
The ball carrier.
Raheem Mostert, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Going tough. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 46 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. On 1st down, Hines. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Love now on 2nd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And this will be caught by his big tight end, Ebron, for a Steeler touchdown. Eric Ebron with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield now. They'll roll him out right. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A run for Nick Chubb. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They run it again with Chubb. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Mayfield firing quickly. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. On 2nd and 12, Mayfield eluding the pressure right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
And the Browns first down.
Play fake. Mayfield. He'll buy some time right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, he went on the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
They'll start on the ground with Hines. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. They'll run with Mostert. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And in this rain, they were nice and cautious there on the extra point try, and that caution was well warranted as this game is tied. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Quick throw out wide to Fuller. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On second down now, it's Hines. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
He's taken down at the 30.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. Step, and the ball comes out. Love lost it. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on second and long. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now third down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On play action, Love to throw. He's going to go up top again. And this is going to be intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Second and 11. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's Mostert, toss left side. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 43 yards.
32-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. This is Hines. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Shit.
They run with Hines. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
1-yard line.
That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Get ready. Mike 22. Go. Mike 22, he's coming.
Working out of the gun. Love. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And this one is right down the middle. And we are all tied here in the final stages. Well, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game, because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got a 2-minute warning to come up. Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations type of plays they like to run. Read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Back to it after the pick six, Mayfield. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Mayfield. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st down, Cleveland.
Mayfield to throw. That swung out to Mostert. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
Mayfield. Incomplete. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. He's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
6 on the carry.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Browns.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. But it'll be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Mayfield on play action. Sliding out of the pocket. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. One last shot from Mayfield here. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs.